Oh, the stupid eyelash. I'm hungry. Oh my god, I almost threw up. Hey guys, it's Renee and welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to come on here and sit down with you guys and talk about my experience with the 100 Days of Makeup Challenge. Maybe share some tips with you guys and answer all the questions about it that have been left on my Instagram these past couple of months. Let me start off by saying that no, I did not create this challenge. I just wanted to do it, and that the tips that work for me might not work for you, but hey, everything's about trial and error. So let's get to talking. Let me just start off by stating what I did. From the months of November to February, I did 100 consecutive days of makeup looks. Each day was a different look and they were posted consecutively. And for this challenge, the question that I got asked the most was, is it hard? And my answer is no, it's not, but you do need to do some pre-work. My biggest tip of advice would be to plan ahead. I personally like to be at least 1 or 2 days ahead of schedule so that last minute I wasn't scrambling to get a look done and have it posted, because that defeats the whole purpose of having fun during this challenge, and it just makes it so much more stressful, and that's not needed. To do this, I would do more than one look in a day. I would sit down and do at least 2 or 3. I think the most I did was 6. But those 6 in that day were kind of half-assed, so I learned that I'd rather spend more time on less looks so that they come out solid and I put as much effort as possible into them. You also do want to sit down and plan out when you're going to do your challenge. I started mine in November, and it was bittersweet because I had the holidays and makeup that I wanted to get done, so I kind of had to prioritize my time better. But I really did enjoy my time frame because I had all the holidays to kind of take themes from and be inspired by, so it worked out in the end. Sorry for the rambling and if I continue to ramble throughout this video, but what I'm trying to say is that the key for this challenge, or what I think the key for this challenge is to prepare and organize your looks. That is major. There are some pros and cons to this challenge, and I'll go over them separately. So with the pros, what I have to say is that overall you will grow, whether it's in your art, growing out of your comfort zone, growing your following, you will grow. For me, my biggest point was growing out of my comfort zone. I've gotten so much more comfortable with different techniques of makeup in different categories. Like before, I would do a lot of special effects, but then I grew into loving body paint, and then I grew into loving these colorful avant-garde makeup, then more into special effects. It's just you kind of just go all around and spread your love everywhere, because you do have 100 days, so you can really each day focus on something different, and that helped me a lot. Another thing that grew, but I don't really want to attach any numbers to it, was my following. I did get a lot of more followers and a lot of more likes, but that isn't really what's important to me. What's important to me is more the interaction with people, you know, bouncing ideas off of other artists, communicating with them, sharing the love with them. That's what's important for me. I could have 10 billion followers, but if I don't interact with anyone, that doesn't mean anything. I could have 5 followers, and if I interact with all of them, that's what matters. Over the past 100 days, I've met other makeup enthusiasts that, you know, we vibe off of each other on a daily basis. We network with each other, we do collabs, we comment on each other's pictures, and that's what matters to me, is vibing. I don't want to use that word and sound stupid or anything, but you know, networking with other people, sharing the love with other people. I think that's my biggest takeaway from this challenge. This challenge also taught me that you can do whatever you want as long as you have passion. I'm self-taught. I've never been to a makeup school. I've never taken a makeup course. I don't have any fancy certificates or anything like that. Everything I produce from my heart. I don't want to sit here and say, oh, I'm the most passionate person ever, but I do have a lot of passion for this. This is everything to me. When I say it's everything, it is everything. In school, can't teach you that, but I have feelings about that. Different video, different time. Let me know if you want to see that. but also that this is so much more than just sitting down and doing makeup. Some people think I'm wasting my time, that I just sit in my room all day doing makeup, but no, there is hours on hours on hours of work that goes into this. Creating looks, taking pictures, making videos, editing those videos, trying to come up with a look that no one's done before, recreating a look that's well known, trying to get everything as perfect as possible. There's a lot that goes into it. I think this challenge was really my turning point and my time that it kind of opened me up into, okay, yes, this is what I'm doing and this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I do have very supportive people around me, but it may shock them a little. Like for one, my grandpa, he didn't really know what was going on. He would come over and I'd be like bloodied up or painted or something like that, and he would just stare at me and he's like, ¿Por qué te pintas así? And now he's like, hey, make me an Instagram so I can see your looks on a daily basis. So, you know, people just have to warm up to it. Everyone's different. Okay, so I think I touched on every pro. I don't know, I'm just sitting here talking. I can't remember what I'm saying. So hopefully I touched down on everything. Some of the cons are that you can easily have the social media aspect take over everything you do. You know, you're gonna have good days and bad days during this 100 days. Not every day is going to be a win, and you can't really compare the days that weren't that great to your wins. Like, I know I sat there and I'm like, I just got 250 likes yesterday, why am I only getting 60 today? This video got 800 views, why is this one only at 100? You can't sit there and do that to yourself, because it's only going to damage you. What I've learned to do is to just post it and just not look at my phone. Just not. Because you do kind of feed off of like the validation of a like and a view and a comment, but that's not what's important. What's important is you growing, you connecting. And I think it comes down to any form of art, not just makeup. You really start to compare yourself to other people and other things, but no, you can't do that. So yeah, I think the biggest con is starting to hate your own work. I know I look at some of my looks during the 100 days and some people might have liked it, but I hate them. I think they're trash. I want to delete them off my Instagram, but you can't just do that to yourself, because it does show your progress. Day 1 is going to be different from day 100 and everything in between, and you just have to learn how to accept that and grow. I feel like I'm saying that word a lot in the video, but you know, grow, grow, grow. Another con that I experienced was that towards the end, I think around day 80, my posts didn't seem genuine. I don't want to say they're fake, but they didn't seem natural for me. I felt kind of forced, like putting makeup out there. And it wasn't fun. Like every day was like, oh, I have to post this look. And the next day, oh, I have to post this look. And it kind of became draining. I was waiting more and more for day 100 to come around. But I kind of played around with different things, like posting around different times, and yeah, it did help, but I think it's just kind of draining, the whole process of posting each and every day. And that's one thing you also have to learn how to do. You have to learn how to be comfortable with posting. I know at first, like, people are like, oh my god, I posted twice in one day, everyone, I'm so sorry. But no, I will bug the shit out of you on Instagram. I will post. But that's how you gotta be. You gotta have people know that you're there and you're there to work. You can't be afraid to bug them. That's one thing. I was so scared to like post pictures on Instagram, like of my work, but now I do it on a daily basis. People will get annoyed and they will unfollow you because they're like, ugh, another one from her. Didn't I just see one yesterday? But hey, fuck those people. What matters is the people that are there on a daily basis, showing you love and support. Those are the golden ones. Another thing that isn't really a con, but I thought was like pretty funny, was that once I started receiving the slightest bit of attention on my pictures, all these people that were assholes to me in high school started acting brand new, and they're all up in my DMs telling me how talented I am and everything, and I'm just like, okay, I see you, thank you, but I see you. I'm not saying that if I went to high school with you that automatically you're fake because you're supporting me now. No, most of you are very genuine and I love you for that, and I just want to thank you for all the support you've given me this past few months. I really, really appreciate it. but along with the love also comes the hate. I'm lucky enough to have received no hate on my pictures so far during this challenge. I'm not saying that before I didn't receive, because before I have received hate, but during this challenge, not really. It wasn't really hate, but it was kind of annoying things from people, like backhanded compliments, like, oh, I love this, but you could fix it by doing it my way, how I want it. And it's like, this is my channel. This is my picture. Is it yours? No. Bye. Who are you? What? No. Because in the end, it's your Instagram page, your channel, your work, your rules, and you can do what you want to do. Aside from all the rambling and all the going off on a tangent and everything, what I'm trying to get at is what I believe the basis of this challenge to be is for you to do you. That's the best advice I've ever received. The best advice I could give is for you to do you, and they will do them. End of story. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much with my rambling and venting. If I didn't get to your question, you can always leave them down below for me. I'll get back to you. Follow me on my Instagram. Watch me play with my cats on Snapchat. All the good stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want. If not, it's cool. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.